Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Body, Mind, Soul TGIF with Christina Tang. A very good evening to all of you. It's rather a thunderstorm night for me. Tonight, we are here for me to share a little bit about, be in harmony with our negative emotions. I have so much to share and to learn from all the audience over here. So if you are watching this live for the very first time, welcome to Body, Mind, Soul platform, a platform that aims to impact life positively. We have been existing since 2014. And next month in July, we are celebrating our 7th year anniversary. Started off as a publication, and we venture into physical as well as virtual online events. So share this live talk out, at the same time, say a hello to me, let me know where you're from. How is your Friday night? It's June, and this weekend is Father's Day as well. How many father out there is watching together with me? Drop me a hello as well. And if you are celebrating Father's Day to this coming Sunday, let me know as well. Let me churi some ideas from all of you. How are you planning your Father's Day celebration with your father, or you are the superhero yourself? So earlier, happy Father's Day to everyone. Yes, and we are here to talk about be in harmony with our negative emotions. Not really talk, it's more like a sharing. So this TGIF is a platform where Christina gets to share her personal experience as well as her personal story a little bit, some of the skills that I tried on myself, I experimented on myself. At the same time, I learn from the audience, So together, this is a platform of self-growth as well. So before I start off, let me just share with everyone that, Body, Mind, Soul have launched earlier this year in April, where we open up our entire magazine collection since volume 1 up to the latest, which we released in April, volume 28, all free for everyone and all to read as long as you sign up. Body, Mind, Soul community at bodymindsoul.com.my/community. Sign up is free as well. You get to enjoy the entire collection where you have lots of articles as well as inspiring stories. All are unique and authentic and original as well, where you can learn and daily, uplift our enthusiasm towards life together. I know life has been pretty tough for all of us, including myself. I have to admit, my emotions is like roller coaster, up and down, down and up and down. I recently flipped one of our magazine, right, and read the article, and I realized it makes sense. And that article was is about energy prediction. This one is not from the magazine, but it's available on our website. So I kind of look back, the energy prediction where the website, our own platform, published earlier April. I think it was earlier April. So that energy prediction was predicting April to June. So I was reading it. I was like, oh my God, this is rather accurate. What is going on? 3 months ago, it was being published. How everyone will be going through in terms of emotions. In May and June, I was like, wow, it hit me. So say hello to me. Let me know where you're from. Yes, hello. Yes, and let me know how you feel. So how do we begin with this? Why be in harmony with our negative emotions? It sounds so like, duh, what are you talking about? Dah lah aku dah angry. You ask me be harmony with my anger. I already very big tick, the Hokkien word, frustrated with what is going on with my clients, with my family, with my parents, with my children. Now you ask me to be in harmony with my negative emotion. What are you talking? So before we go into understand what am I talking, let us just go through together what kind of negative emotions that we are talking about. Okay, so negative emotions are very wide. Some people will take stress as a form of negative emotions as well. For me, the most profound negative emotions that I would have to say I don't like to see I have is anger. I don't like myself feeling angry. And the second one is impatience. I don't like to feel impatience. But what you don't like and you focus, it expands. So the more I know I don't like impatience and anger, the more I am angry and impatient most of the day. So that's the best part, isn't it? What you focus, you get. So despite I'm on a platform that talks about holistic wellness for a total well-being, body, mind, soul, yet I'm still a human, yeah. I'm not saint and God yet. So I still have my own negative emotions. So what kind of negative emotions that any of the audience out there you don't like to see in other people, or you particularly don't like to see it in you? So for me, it's anger and impatience. And a lot of times, being a leader, I don't like when I feel like I want to give up. Sometimes you don't have to be in a leader role in a company or an organization or a group, Being a leader of yourself, certain things like you said, okay, I'm going to work out every day. Then one of the day you just tell yourself, let's keep lah. You've been doing it for so many days, you deserve a break. But another part of you is like, hey, that is a form of not discipline, and you're kind of like giving up to a habit that you're trying to build. You have not been doing it for so many years. Now you're doing it for 5 days only. You tell yourself you deserve a break. Okay, so this is a real life story of Christina Teng as well. That's my story. So that's why I'm telling everyone, I'm really opening up myself, what kind of emotions that I don't like. So how about all of you? So there are a lot of negative emotions that we can talk of. Anger, impatience, guilt, and sadness, or frustrations, or hatred, or you name it, stress, tension. What else? I'm kind of like run out of ideas. So let me know what else that you can think of. What kind of negative emotions that we are talking about here? Or sometimes it's not just emotions, it's about an act, like an action. Like some people don't like, or they feel scared. Oh yeah, fear. Fear is also a form of negative emotions that is kind of like the biggest form of negative emotions that I think a lot of people that I know, my friends, they are all going through something like that. So that's one. And what else? Let me see. Oh, actions as well. Like if, let's say, someone speak really, really loud or shout, in a discussion, someone starts shouting and yelling. So you don't like that. So you deem that as negative emotion, negative actions as well. So when you encounter with that kind of negative action, it creates certain negative emotions inside you. It creates certain negative reaction inside you. So type out in the chat box, yeah. So share with me, this is really about conversation with the audience, yeah. Instead of just me talking alone over here, share with me what kind of negative emotions do you see, or do you feel, or you catch yourself. For me, is anger, impatience, and give up. Yeah, the thought of giving up. So that is also part of it. So while I'm waiting for someone to share with me of what are the negative emotions that we are talking about here, or you encounter it yourself and you don't mind to share it, or the negative emotions that you don't like, or negative actions that you don't like. So what is your first reaction towards the negative emotions? For me, I didn't recognize my pattern until I start to be on my own personal journey of a self-discovery. That's where I realized there is a pattern of everyone. Yeah, not just me, but everyone. You have your own unique patterns of your reaction towards a negative emotion. So the minus VE is negative, yeah, just in case, because if not, the whole sentence is very long on my screen. So we have someone over here saying rejection. Yeah, rejection also, feeling being rejected or abandoned, you know, sometimes we deem that as negative emotions as well, yeah? So that's good, yeah? Rejection, being abandoned, the feeling of being rejected, the feeling of being abandoned, you know, or you just can't catch up, or for whatever it is. So these kind of, all the not good enough lah, yeah? All the not good enough. Sadness, yeah, sadness I mentioned before as well. Sadness, mourning over something, mourning over a loss, yeah. But sometimes this kind of negative emotion, it takes time as well. But I want to know, what is your first reaction towards it? Grief, guilt, yeah, guilt I mentioned as well. What is your first reaction towards all the negative emotions that, whether it is happening on yourself or you see in someone? Very easy. When we see it in someone else, I mean, let's put it this way lah. Okay, not, I don't want to use a third person. I just use myself as a very good example, okay? When I see a negative patterns, negative behavior, or a negative emotions that I saw in someone, the first thing very easily was to judge. You have tons of story inside your brain of how bad this person is. How come he or she is like that? How can he or she behave that way? Isn't it wonderful? When you see it in someone else, okay? You are either judging or you are blaming that person, blaming that situation. I mean, that's me. I be honest, all right? So it's either I judge or I blame. So, second thing, if you see it, my admin at the back, so can scold. Scold what? Scold who? Scold that person, is it? Scold that person? Well, a lot of times, isn't that what happened? Then it creates more arguments, it creates more raising voices. Then it's like the loudest the person speak, that's the person that will win. But is that what you wish to happen in your group or your family or your organization? I think that is a very good question to ask ourselves. So first thing is, if you see a negative behavior or so-called a society concept as bad behavior, rude behavior, we deem it as negative, right? Or emotions, we deem it as negative as well. So we see it on someone else. It's so easy that we go into the mood of judging and blaming, okay? And we see it in ourselves. What is your first reaction? My first reaction is, I deny. I am not like that. I cannot accept. I have gone through and paid so much money to go for courses, go for different, what do you call that? Emotion management, mind management, control courses or spiritual courses. How can I still burst my negative emotions? Like, for instance, my anger. How dare I? So, for me, personally, when I caught myself with negative emotion, especially anger, impatience, I punished myself. First of all, I'll start blaming. I'll start condemning myself. Then I'll deny myself and I want to run. I don't even want to look at it because it's just too ugly to see myself doing something that I know is not right. Kung Fu not reached to the best yet. What do you mean that? Kung Fu not reached to the best yet. Tai Chi, is it? Not reached to the best yet. I don't understand that. So that's the conversation I had with my admin, by the way, to all the audience out there. So if you find this interesting, do share out this live talk and then we will have more viewers to interact with me. It's more fun if there is more interaction from the audience. If not, you will keep hearing me talking throughout the entire video. And also when it's a playback, all the live talk on Body, Mind, Soul as video on demand. You can always watch it back anytime that you like. Yeah. So I realized I have this typical pattern. I want all of us out here, I suggest all of us out here who's watching this, and you happen to watch this, to observe what is your first reaction when you see a bad, negative action or emotions on someone. What is your first reaction? What is your first thought? That's one. Second thing, when you catch yourself, what is your first reaction? For me, I deny, I run away, I condemn myself, and I punish myself as well. Oh, okay. So my admin say, because you attended so many workshops, you still burst, so meaning your kung fu, whatever that you have learned is not hebat lagi. Exactly. So because of that, then I have another self-rejecting traits as well, where I feel I'm not good enough. Constantly feeling that I'm not good enough. I will never get anywhere, that someone that I look up to, someone that I admire, it's just too far to be in peace forever, 24/7. Even though that person is angry, in anger, that person can still hold to that peace and still calmly talk to the team or the family, of the issue without any emotion attached, but looking for a solution. I was like, I will never get there. I can never get there. This is who I am. Then that's where the start wanting to give up. Everything just pile up one by another. Why? Because what you focus on, it expands, isn't it? So when you look at how bad, how terrible you are, and you punish yourself, more negative, your magnet is attracting more negative thoughts and emotions, pulling into your body more and more. And then I choose not to look at it. I want to run away. I want to deny, because this is just not me. This is not me. Cannot be. Okay, let's forget about it. Push it. Suppress it. So that was my best traits in the past. So I want to also hear from everyone, how did you handle, what is your reaction? Okay, so let us move forward a little bit. Why I decided to share this, be harmony with our negative emotions, particularly on this topic, is because Body Mind Soul talks a lot about impacting life positively. But how can a positive vibes exist without the duality? How can you determine something is good if you have not experienced something that's not good? Right? So I thought it would be so nice if I can share what I've gone through in the last week, and it helped me to reflect my life in the past as well. So I have 3 stages that when I was reflecting in myself, I did went into depression. The first stage was, I remember, all of us, I think most of us who are watching here now, you have gone through SPM exam, okay? So I still remember on the day that we have to go back to the school and collect our results. Yeah. So my mom drove me. I was very excited, and I'm very certain that I will be having a very good result. At least 4 A's. I didn't ask for more. Okay, only 4 A's. Okay. So when I got my result, I got a shock. And I have to pull my emotion down so that I won't be crying in front of every one of my friends, because I have a lot of friends who are straight A's, 8 A's, 6 A's, 9 A's, And here I am looking at my result. I only have 2 A's and a lot of B's and C's. I think I remember there was 1 D, if I'm not mistaken. So I was holding it. And I was holding it, and I went into the car. I remember I just threw that result paper away. I don't even bother to look at the result paper anymore. And I just told my mom, this is not my result. It can't be that bad. Okay? So I didn't know I was having depression until I start to reflect. Why I reflect? Because recently I realized I went back into the same pattern again. Okay, so then I make myself very busy with looking for a college yeah, looking for a college. And I enrolled into a beautiful college where I have my hobby, my passion, and I study my passion, my hobby to become my career. And the second time hit again, and it's about result again, okay? So it was my final year, and I was being told by my lecturer, by my professor and lecturer that, you know, if I didn't perform certain amounts of CPA, like a result, I will be required to repeat my entire final year again. And that really got into my nerve. Every day, I kid you not, every day I'm crying. Every day I am in tremendous of stress, and I pushed myself. I didn't sleep for nearly a month so that I can create or churn out the best projects that I need to do. You know, I was in music industry. I'm in music courses. So my professions back then that I studied was music production, where you learn to record and mix. So I was literally not sleeping the entire month. My entire body went haywire. My entire mind went haywire. My entire hormones went haywire, until a point that my parents have to drive all the way from their house to where I stay, just making sure that I'm still alive. Okay? Because they are very concerned that I have suicidal thought. That is how much I wasn't in harmony at all with my negative emotions. And of course, another one was something that I shared last week. My heart got broken after my first relationship ended. That was the time I really had suicidal thought, you know. And what I realized recently, I went back to this loop. And why did I went back to this loop? I think that is more important for all of us to discuss here. You know, why we don't like all this fear of failure, all this, for me, is fear of bad results, bad performance, you know, all these thoughts. Because of two things that I realize. One is obsession. My obsession towards a great expectation. You know, my obsession towards being the best person in the world, or being the best kid in front of my parents, you know, being the most outstanding children with the flying colors, result achievement in front of my parents, you know. That is one of it. Obsession with good vibes, obsession of being great, obsession with a lot of different things. It can be obsession with, you know, you were that great before. How can you behave like that? You know, when certain negative emotions just burst, it can be as simple as that. You were that great before. I was that great before. How can I become like that? I was very, you know, everything was so smooth in my life. How can it suddenly be like that? So that's one thing. I was obsessed with what happened in the past. The second thing is, I feel is really about, I just can't accept things as it is. I just simply can't accept the reality or myself. So when I have the anger, when my life is going down the drain, you know, like everything just going against your expectation, everything just going against your planning, everything, and you just feel that rage, that anger, that frustration, that impatience, that you just want to shout, you know, I realize it's simply because I couldn't accept life and the reality of now as it is. I couldn't accept that even though I've paid so much money for all this management or self-discovery, but I cannot accept myself still have so much negativity inside me. You know, how can? You know? So simply because I can't accept. And the more I fight with this, I don't have peace. I can't I can't find any solutions for my situation at all. I can't find any way out. Every way I see is just a wall, and the wall is so high and it's blocking me. I can't move forward. So, what did I do to tweak a small little gear? Yeah, just to tweak that small little gear was, there was one day I just told myself I really had enough. The more I think I'm not good enough, it's not going to help me at all. The more I condemn and punish myself being that bad person that I think I am, it's not helping me at all. You know, it doesn't give me joy. And all I wanted was just pure happiness. No matter how difficult it is, you know, I just want to feel happy. I just want to be happy. But yet I'm not. So I tweak a little bit, just a small little gear inside me. I start counting blessings every morning. I start counting blessings every night. And there are nights and there are days you just can't count blessings in your head. Or even when you close your eyes and you want to meditate, you just couldn't even calm yourself down. So what can you do, right? In times like that, write it down. Journal down your blessings. You can start with, I would suggest you can start with journal down all the things that you don't like. You know, all the things that, all the negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative actions that you hated so much, blah, 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 blah. And then the next page or the next column, you just write down all the blessings that you have, all the things that you have received, all the good things that happened to you on that day. You know what happened to me is I realized when I jump into counting blessing, as when I write, I start to have smile on my face. I start to feel good. And that is something that I was missing. So that have changed me. By little steps like this, one step at a time, it kind of like just a small tweak, small gear. It's nothing new, but even though it's nothing new, but a lot of people are not practicing it. A lot of people are not doing it, including myself. So I feel it's important for us to highlight it, or for me to highlight it and share it again. Just write down all the blessings and you start to see your face will smile. You can't help it one, you know, because you start to focus on good things, no longer all the negative. And then when you really have the time, we can talk a little bit more the next round to go in deeper and understand why you hated that kind of feeling, right? But just one step at like this, count blessings, yeah. Counting blessings, it also helps us to focus back right now. And it helps us to accept our reality and ourselves better. You know, on my personal Facebook page, I share, you know, by understanding, being in harmony with my negative emotions, it allows me to understand my character. It allows me to understand my personality. It allows me to understand how much I have been having that self-rejection of myself. And with this counting blessings, why I say we must find a way to be in harmony with our negative emotion is because when you finally harmonize yourself with all the good and the bad emotions, that's where the true peace is setting in. You know, if I ask you, when I'm angry, you come and tell me, Christina, you learn how to be at peace. Just be at peace. The first thing I'll tell you, you shut up. You also don't know what I'm angry at. You ask me to be at peace. You wait. So why don't I, without someone else telling me, be at peace? Why? Because only when you are at peace, when you are calm, that's where solutions will come. The more angry you are, I think all those motivational speakers, all those psychologists that you can find, or anything that talks about emotions, books that you can find, they all speak the same language. Solutions will only come when we are at peace and we are calm. And that is something that I always look forward to. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I'm there yet. I'm still a learner. But I realize I improve a lot just by doing this. Journal down your blessings. Or another steps, just put both of your palms near your chest, center of your chest, and you just close your eyes and just focus on breathing. Because this will also help you to slow down your brain wave and then be in coherence with our heart. Our heart has a wave as well as our brain wave frequency, and our brain also have frequencies. Yeah, all of us are entirely frequency beings. That's why we resonate with music. Musics are in frequencies as well. Yeah, so when you close your eyes and just put both of your palms in the center of your chest, it also helps you to bring yourself back to the present moment. Just focus on the breathing. Just focus how fast you are breathing in, how slow you are breathing out. Is it very shallow, your breath? Is it very deep breath that you're taking? It helps to calm you down. At least it helps me to calm myself down. Up till now, I still practice this. There are times that I'm just so impatient, Chinese, the word is 不耐烦, frustrated. Just feel annoyed out of the blue. And if you don't want to let out this frustration to your loved ones, which everyone is working from home right now, this is one of the fastest way. You don't need anyone to do anything. You just need yourself to make that decision to just inhale and exhale. Oh, I have Celine just say hello to me. Hello, Celine. I'm going to end this very soon. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, so just breathe in, both of your hand on your chest, and just breathe out for as long as you want or for as short as you want. Yeah, it will help to calm you down. So be in harmony with our negative emotions. Don't reject it, because the more you try to reject it, the more it becomes bigger. Because the more you tell yourself, I don't want to be angry, what are we focusing here? Anger. The more I will be angry. I don't want to be impatient. Then the more impatient I am. Yeah. So I hope tonight, this will help you. And slowly, when you practice this, one step at a time, really, don't punish yourself, one step at a time. You will understand that whatever that you think in your mind or you see in your mind, particularly all the negative thoughts and the negative emotions, all that I'm not good enough, what if I'm not the right person, what if this thing fail, what if I screw up something, may not be true. It was just a habitual pattern that we built when we were young. And now is the best time to break this pattern, especially when we are all working from home. Exactly what Celine said, what you resist is persist. So be in harmony with your negative emotions. That's when you can bring yourself back to the positive. Don't press it down, really, because the more you press it down, it's like a boiling volcano that is waiting at any time to just erupt. And when you erupt that, the impact will be greater than you just making a decision and just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to journal down my blessings. Even though now I'm very angry, I got nothing to write about blessing, but I can write that at least I remember to journal down my blessings. Start with that. At least I remember to journal down my blessings. And that is a blessing itself, because I make a choice to do something different, to make a different or to create a different outcome from what it used to be. It's as simple as that. All right. So I had fun sharing tonight. Yes, journaling helps a lot. Gratitude list is a must. Yeah, but you see, a lot of people, when we say gratitude, right, they might not understand. But when you count your blessings, it kind of like do it differently. Gratitude, sometimes people feel like it has to be big thing, only then you can pay gratitude. But counting blessings, everything that counts. Like today, I finally managed to find a vegetarian mala hot pot near my house. I'm so happy. I've been craving for that for 1.5 months. And I've not allowing myself to eat mala for nearly 2 months already. So yeah, so that's one of my blessings. But the after effect is after eating it, I don't feel good. So that's the consequences that I take. All right. So anyway, that's joke aside. I want to share with all of us over here tomorrow at 3 p.m. We will be having Stephanie Ngu from the Golden Space Malaysia to share with us taking good care of yourself. And also, we will be promoting the Women Wellness event as well. That's running on the 27th of June. Via Zoom. Yeah, you will also see me hosting over there, and I will do crazy things together with you as well. So Stephanie Ngu will come on board tomorrow to share with us how she realized what is taking good care of yourself meant to her. Okay, what is self-care? All right, perfect. You attracted it. Yeah, thank you. And we'll try my best to log in. Sure. Thanks, Celine. Thanks so much. And with that, I would say thank you, everyone. And remember to sign up yourself or sign up for your friend, to Body Mind Soul community, where bodymindsoul.com.my/community, where you will get to read the entire magazine collections of Body Mind Soul since volume 1 until volume 28. And we have more coming up together with 3 audio articles as a gift for you, where you can listen to it while you're cooking or while you're washing your dishes. Yeah, especially all of us now washing our dishes all the time at home. Okay, so you can be uplifted and be impacted with positive contents and empowering stories from real people. With that, I will say good night to everyone. See you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Body Mind Soul Facebook, Body Mind Soul Magazine Facebook page, or Body Mind Soul YouTube channel. Okay, all right. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.